Man, this is crazy. I can't believe a failed rapper would turn to doing something like this just because you broke and you need some money. This what we doing now? If you don't know what I'm talking about, look at this.
Fulton County prosecutors are walking Channel 2 Action News through how they secured a guilty verdict in the RICO case against Atlanta rapper Cash Out. Channel 2's investigative reporter Ashley Lincoln joins us live now in downtown with the exclusive interview. Ashley, you found out what prosecutors say led the rapper to sex trafficking women for money in the first place.
George, prosecutors told me it was Cash Out's failing music career that led him down this path. They went through dozens of pages of bank statements that showed he made thousands more by pimping women versus the money he made from his career.
When the money went down online, he went to the street.
It's a conviction Fulton County prosecutors say was a joint effort to secure.
They got what they needed to get, which was life.
Prosecutors walked me through their evidence in the RICO sex trafficking case against rapper Cash Out, his cousin Tyrone Taylor, and his mother Linda Smith.
The things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things.
He took no responsibility and accountability for what happened.
Lead prosecutor Ernell Winfrey says Cash Out landed on their radar after various run-ins with police across the metro.
So you did have Gwinnett, you had Lowndes County, you had DeKalb County, you had Fulton County, you had so many counties implicated that we were able to bring in those crimes under the RICO statute.
Chief Deputy District Attorney Adrian Love.
The victims testify that they performed certain acts because they didn't want to get beaten. They didn't want to get run over. They didn't want to get hit in the head with.
So look, we finna get straight into it right now. We ain't finna do no more talking. We ain't finna do too much time wasting. This is insane, so we gotta get to the bottom of it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, but let's get it. So as you all know, is a rapper named Cash Out, man. If you anywhere near the culture, anywhere near the industry, back especially in the early 2000s, 2013, 2014, you know about Cash Out, right? Now the thing about Cash Out is he made a couple songs, but he was never really the hottest rapper of all time. Like, you know, it's a lot of rappers that come out bubbling, get a hit, maybe 2 hits, but they don't really sustain their career. So, you know, we always think they fade off to the background. They might start doing some business. They might keep doing shows because they're making a little money off the music on the side. Like, you know, it's different things that they might be doing. Might have some merch lines, you know what I'm saying? Even they might go back to selling drugs or back to the hood. But no one really thinks that a failed rapper would get hit with a RICO and so many heinous damn charges. I can't even, like, what? So first of all, let's get into it. He fell off rapping, then his cousin and his mama decided they're gonna start basically a P ring. I don't want to say the word on here, might get banned, but he started a prop ring, you know what I'm saying? Basically he had a lot of S workers. They weren't even S workers. He was kidnapping homeless women essentially and having them do S work. So we're gonna get into reading the charges off right now. So on May 1st, 2013, he started the enterprise of a RICO essentially, and a group led by Cash Out allegedly formed an enterprise to recruit women from social media, promising music opportunities but forcing them into commercial S for profits. This is the core RICO violation under Georgia law, involving all defendants like his mother Linda Smith, who's Mama Cash Out, and cousin Tyrone Taylor, who's Brewski, and other people, by the way. They use violence, threats, and social media to maintain control and launder money. That sounds horrible already, right? Sick, disgusting. But it gets worse because we're gonna get deeper into the charges because there's more. This isn't it. There's a RICO, but there's the other charges under the RICO. You know what I'm saying? Like even when Young Thug got locked up, he had the RICO, but he had the charges under the RICO, right? Let's see what the charges under this RICO is. Okay, 2013 to 2017, early operations, trafficking, R-word, assault, and related crimes. Multiple instances of coercing women into sexual servitude, including physical and sexual violence. Specifics include trafficking for S servitude, 8 counts total, by the way. Then we have R-word, 3 counts, aggravated sodomy, 2 counts. Then we have aggravated assault by strangulation or deadly weapon, 3 counts, false imprisonment, then possession of a firearm during a felony count. These early acts built the enterprise power through intimidation with profits funding the group. 2013 to 2017. These are years that we're talking about he's doing this. This isn't like I'm not saying it would be any better if he did it for 2 months, but I'm saying you didn't just, you know, you didn't like, you like this. This is you. This is who you are. And you stupid enough to think that you were just gonna do this and get away with it and everything was gonna be okay. This is why you gotta watch these people, because they're slow. There's a lot of slow ass people that you just never think about because, you know, oh, he can't be that stupid to do that. Yes, he's that stupid to do that. Stop putting it past people, okay? They're very stupid. And you might be thinking, well, how the hell did they get people off of social media? And how did they actually find these women? Like, it must be some type of intricate, lucrative plan. No, they were finding homeless women and basically saying they got somewhere for them to stay and then forcing them to do stuff. But you don't gotta believe me. We got the facts from the court because the case is over. He got sentenced already. So the overall pattern, everything with the court is saying, prosecutors described a 7-year reign of terror with Gibson and his group, including his mother, Linda Smith, aka Mama Cash Out, craziest name in the world, and cousin Tyrone Taylor, aka Rooski, don't know how he even got that name, targeted women in distress, luring them with promises of music industry help or financial aid. Pretty much they were getting homeless women, girls that are down and out, girls that are probably failed rappers, failed singers, got aspiring careers. He's trying to look out and say he can help them because he still got his name. He's Cash Out, like, you know, he still got some connections in the industry. He's in Atlanta. He probably knows some people, so people are falling for it. Once isolated, victims were allegedly subjected, well, not even allegedly, they were, to R-word, aggravated sodomy, assault, and forced prostitution to generate profits for the enterprise. Evidence included text messages, nigga, from 8 cell phones showing coordinations, social media posts promoting the group, and victim testimonies about coercion via threats, firearms, and withholding food and basic needs. You deserve the death penalty, bro. You're sick. You're sick. You have a problem. You have a real life mental problem thinking you can do stuff like this. When all you had to do was just be a decent rapper at that. You didn't have to go to the army. You didn't have to be on the block every day. You just had to be decent at rapping, and you couldn't do that and started doing all this crazy shit. And it gets worse. Special victim testimony. One woman testified during the June 2025 trial that she met Gibson at a gas station on Old National Highway. If you in Atlanta and been in Atlanta, you know about Old National Highway. While going through a tough time with no place to stay, he offered to help her make money, but took her to a house in Hateville where she couldn't leave. There, he allegedly R-worded her and explained she had to perform S-acts for clients to earn her keep and food. She described being trapped and only fed if she generated income for him. Other victims, not named publicly, reported similar patterns of recruitment, isolation, ex-violence, and exploitation tying into RICO. You're sick, bro. You were running pretty much a, not even want to say mastermind, a criminal enterprise based off kidnapping women. This is why all that pimping, all that keeping it pimping shit, it's like, you know, yeah, until you realize this is what these niggas really be doing. Most of they ass, like, you gotta understand, it's not that many women. Like, there are women that are, they in it for the love of the game. This is what they do. They like this, or they just, this is how they get money, or whatever it might be. There's more women, I'm willing to believe, that are drugged out, coerced. They get trapped in the lifestyles. Like, you know, these pimps is weird, bro. This shit gets weird. Like, pimping is the weirdest thing in the world, and people be trying to make it seem like he's noble or something. No, but it gets even worse because in the name behalf of the citizens of Georgia, do charge and accuse Tyrone Orlando Taylor with the offense of aggravated sodomy for the said accused in the county of Fulton and state of Georgia between the 11th day of January 2019 and the 12th day of January 2019, the exact date being unknown by the grand jury, and did unlawfully and forced perform a sexual act involving accused male sex organ in the mouth of Jordan Adams against the will of said Jordan Adams by placing the accused sex organ upon the mouth of said Jordan Adams. This is it's over. You can't even say this is snitching. She told the truth. 100% truth. And this is also after your reign of terror in 2017, so you were still doing this type of shit. There is no change in these type of people. You gotta put them down, bro. Literally have to put their ass in the ground. That's where they belong. Everything catches back up to you, and it's cool that he got caught. It's amazing that he got caught, but the sentencing is what really matters. And the craziest part about his sentencing is they offered him a 25-year plea deal instead of going to trial. He said, knowing he did all this, right? Knowing in his heart of hearts that they got evidence, he really did this shit, like, I actually am guilty. He still took it to court. And you want to know what he got charged with? Let's look what he got charged with right now, because I know you're really curious, right? So first of all, Cash Out himself got 2 life sentences plus 75 years. You're dying in prison, bro. You're only like 30 something, maybe pushing 40. You're dying in prison. You might as well throw your life away. It's over with. You're never getting out. You have no chance. Like, first of all, life sentence is a life sentence, but you got 2 of them plus 75 years, my nigga. Plus, when your plea deal was 25 years, you could have took that to the chin and got out. But you did what? Crazy as hell. Then his cousin got 2 life sentences plus 94 years. He's even worse. At least Cash Out only got plus 75. You got plus 94 years. Like, I feel like after the 1 life sentence, they gotta start adding like manual labor or something on this shit, because there's no way, like, 2 life sentences ain't enough. A life sentence plus manual labor plus something else. You know what I'm saying? We gotta start stacking it up like that so they really suffer while they're in there. Then Linda Smith, Mama Cash Out, who by the way got a BBL with the profits that she was getting from Prosta, got a BBL. He got 30 years in prison. Now mind you, she like 50, so you know when she get out, she damn near is over with for her too. But at the end of the day, I feel like she could have got life as well, especially being a woman. She should have got life too, because that's just crazy that you're doing this to other women and you're a woman. Insane. I'm so happy that they all got charged with this, because they deserve life in prison, all of them. And then Cash Out got a chance to speak out after the fact, still trying to plead his innocence. You already got charged, brother. It's over with. You might as well come up there and say F the judge, because you're not getting out of this. So he came up to the stand and said this.
Good morning today, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I want to start out by thanking you for giving us a fair trial. I want to thank the jurors for the amount of time that they put in to judge this trial. This time being on this trial, I was able to see how the jurors are put in a tough position to, you know, sit there and judge someone's life, you know. And, you know, it's a hard decision, and I felt like they made the wrong judgment. I've done things in my life. I'm not perfect. But the things I've been accused of, I know that I haven't done those things. I know it's typical for a person to come up here and, you know, show remorse to, you know, crimes that they have done, but I can only show remorse to the people that I know that was in this trial, which is Kiara Adams, Deanna Sanders, and Jasmine Brown. Not remorse on behalf of like I did anything to them, because if you know me, and people who really know me know that I wouldn't force anybody to do anything. I met women, I dated women who were doing escort or whatever, however people want to look at it from a moral standpoint, but who was doing these things as a grown woman. I've only dealt with grown women. Nothing was forced. Nothing was coerced or anything of that nature. If you notice, before this trial, no woman can say anything about me before this trial. If you notice, before this indictment, no woman can say anything about me before this indictment. I get the situations that people are put in when they're faced with a certain type of crime or a certain type of time, and they're bullied into this situation to put the blame on someone, or to put the blame on Cash Out, or to put the blame on someone who's at the top. That's why I didn't really fault them for their decision. I didn't fault Deanna Sanders for making her decision during a proffer. She just had a child. Mind you, she was just on video call with me while being incarcerated. I don't fault Kiara Adams for doing the things she did with her proffer, because mind you, she was facing a certain amount of time handling her probation in different cases that she's on. I don't fault people for making accusations, because I'm a man that typically let women leave on their own behalf. Never held them in prison or held them in slavery or said, you can't leave me, or you can't do this. Every woman you seen come on this stand showed you that they left and came back willingly on their own. What I mean by that, they left on their own and they came back willingly on their own. During this trial, I was able to see, you know, how valuable life is, and how valuable the people that you hang around, or the people that you even date, or the people that you even know, how valuable it is to judge their character. Sometimes I let people stay around who I knew was going to affect a situation that I had going on. So I don't, and for the people who came to this trial that I never met a day in my life, never had any contact with them, never had a text message with them, never had an interaction with them, don't even know where most of these stories came from, is baffling. Never forced a woman to commit a sexual act I've been traveling all around the world from here to Dubai, and you would never hear a woman say that I forced them to do anything sexual or commit a rape with anybody. I don't hang around people that do things of that nature. I feel like, and somebody asked me this the other day, it was like, every time I see your head high and you always smiling, because when you have that confidence, it takes me back to the Bible. When you have that confidence and you know you can be falsely accused of things, Jesus was falsely accused, a lot of the prophets were falsely accused. You don't have that emotion like you've done something. You know, so if you see me with my head high, or if you see me smiling, it's because I know at the end of the day, through Jesus Christ, the Most High will always give you the actual judgment. So I really thank you for providing us a fair trial. Just me getting to know you during trial, I was like, you know, she's just the judge. But when you sit 12 people in that panel and you know, have them, you know, judge our lives and, you know, put them in a position to judge our lives, you know, it takes you back to, once again, the Bible, when people had to judge these prophets' lives. And I say, if you know me, you actually know me. There's plenty of people that know me in this world. There's plenty of people that know me in this jail. There's plenty of people that know me where I'm from. Like I say, once again, I'm not perfect. I come from certain areas. I come from, you know, certain environments. I come from doing things in my past life before the music. But I'm here to tell you that if you sat in this trial and you paid attention to this trial, before these dates, no woman could ever say, I done those things to them. Before these dates, you can go on my Instagram and see these women enjoying themselves, having their own things, living their own life. Before these dates, I can say you had these women that never had anything to say about me before this indictment, before the RICO. You had these women actually talking to me while I was incarcerated. I've been incarcerated for 4 years, and these women are interacting with me. These women who took the stand and supposedly scared of me, or monsters, or I'm a monster, or took these proffers. This wasn't the case before they was indicted. So from my perspective, I feel like some people can get bullied into a situation that they really don't really want to do. And I'm sitting here just holding my head high and just...
But at the end of the day, man, it's over with for you. You can't do nothing, can't say nothing. You're not talking your way out of this one. The court did right. The court got its justice. And honestly, bro, you deserve to just die in prison. Don't feel bad for it. People that do sick ass shit like that, you deserve to die in jail, bro. To die in prison. I don't feel no sympathy for you. I don't want to talk to you, kick it with you, skate with you, none of that. But let me know how y'all feel in the comments, because this type of shit be crazy. It make me sick, man, for real.